Hola, Nora's here.
Unides, her sister.
Can you tell? Hope you're having a fabulous day so far. And I am here chatting once again because, hey, it's Car Chronicles with the sisters. And we're chatting away, and Missy Fu over here se está ahogando en un vaso de agua.
Which I tend to do often.
Se está haciendo un ocho. So for my Dominican people and my Spanish speakers, no se hagan un ocho is like when you become like a chicken without a head. Like,
No te ahogues en un vaso de
no te ahogues
agua.
en un vaso de agua. Like, don't become overwhelmed with the to-dos of life.
And I could get very overwhelmed, especially nowadays. Like today is a day where I needed to be in my house. I have such a huge mess.
And where do you start cleaning usually?
Well,
How do you choose?
I really choose. Let's say, for example, if I'm cleaning, I start where it's the messiest. Like, I can't clean the house if the kitchen is no se enreden. That's
No
true,
se
Michelle.
enreden, that's the word.
If the kitchen is a mess, I gotta clean up the kitchen. Like, if I'm gonna cook, I can't start cooking if the sink isn't clean.
Got it. Why?
Because it can me estorba. Like, I can't concentrate. I feel like the food is not gonna taste good. I feel like if I'm cleaning the house, then nada me va a quedar limpio.
No te sientes cómoda. You don't feel comfortable.
I gotta start por donde está más sucio.
And you prioritize based on that.
I basically know that's how I'm starting.
So no te turba. Like, you don't become like overwhelmed with knowing that the room is messed up, the bathroom's dirty.
No.
You just start in the kitchen.
I start where it's messy. So if the bathroom is messy, that's where I go to because I
That's
can't.
interesting.
I can't. Now, where do you start?
I cannot see the bathroom dirty. That is my pet peeve. I think because mommy always like
That's
taught
your
me
job.
First.
Like, you always
that
do
was
the
my
job.
chore when I was a younger. Always clean the bathroom, and for me, I can't stand a dirty bathroom.
Yeah, Michelle, I can't leave my house without fixing the bed.
You see, for me,
Confessions of the sister.
confessions.
Say the truth.
The truth is, okay, so I have to start when we were sharing our room. I always used to blame Muneris for the messy rooms.
Hi, Tracy.
And she would always get in trouble instead of me because I would always blame her. She is the oldest, so I always blamed the older sister. I honestly, for me, my bedroom is the last thing I leave. It's just crazy. Putting away the clothes, folding of the clothes. I love to wear clothes and try on different things, and all of it just piles up during the week.
So that's the place you avoid.
So in all honesty, my drawers and my closet are the last things that I get done. For me, it's the bathroom and the kitchen. Like, it has to look neat in order for me to like function.
See, I get up and I do immediately like what Michelle says. I go ahead and I fix the bed. That
What
has
saves
to be
me
done.
though is my husband works overnight, so he's the last one to get up, so he does the bed.
Ah.
So I look out in that.
So then you don't have an excuse to say I'm gonna fix the bed because he's in the bed.
But at the end of the day, like, regardless of whatever chores you're handling or whatever business you're dealing with, you have to start where it bothers you most. You cannot become overwhelmed or drown.
And just I think because the fact that because
of
your
all the
house is
things
a
to
mess,
do.
you're just gonna avoid the cleanup. Like, I know people who will leave the dishes in the sink for days.
Aco, you see, I can't do that.
Because se turban, se ahogan en un vaso de agua, and then they're like,
They become
I know,
a chicken without a head. Like, they become overwhelmed.
Yeah, I gotta cook, so I can't wash the dishes.
And the kids.
Or the kids.
And the laundry.
And I have to do the laundry.
And then everything just stays
and
undone.
Then everything is like un reguero. Y yo me desespero. A mí me da álgebra.
Yeah.
Like,
Stop it.
And get ready to go. Like, ¿por dónde comenzamos? Like, vamos a recoger que sea la cocina.
We're
Déjame
fine. It's just
mapear.
a rainy day, guys, and we're just sharing our thoughts with you because
Seriously.
we are in the process of decorating for Christmas and getting the house ready for the holidays, and the kids
And
just
I have
got
so
back.
much to do.
A lot of to-dos. Like, the to-do list becomes so long, and you just don't know where the heck to start. And in actuality, you just need to start. Like,
So what I did was, I left the house in order as much as I could. Like, I
she washed
literally
dishes before.
washed the dishes right before I left because I know when I get back I'm gonna cook, and if I'm gonna cook, I have to cook in an hour, and if the sink is dirty, I'm not gonna get there. So I washed the dishes, and I know I'm cooking. Now I had to take Noemi to her dance class. This one had to take
This
Adeline.
one has a name.
You had to take Adeline to her Sunday class, and I left it, but I didn't stop doing my responsibilities because I was overwhelmed. I gotta like stop myself.
So what you're saying is that regardless of how overwhelmed and so much things you need to do, you're still getting them done.
Correct.
According to the
priorities.
The priorities.
So
I like that.
the priority, I couldn't stop taking Noemi because that would be irresponsible. I couldn't stay home, although I wanted to. I had to do what was responsible of me to do. And I think that happens to a lot of women nowadays.
You just don't know where to start, and then you just leave everything undone.
Because you get overwhelmed.
And it's the end of the year, and I think that this time, more than ever, a lot of people become even saddened by the fact of all the to-do lists and all the goals and all the dreams they've set forth, and they've left them half-assed.
And it's almost like late to get started.
You look at everything you've left undone, and you're like, where the heck do I start? And we're here to tell you, just as you look at your home or your job or whatever duty you are responsible for in your life, take it one step at a time, but take action. Don't allow time to come in and rule you. Don't become overwhelmed by the long list of to-dos. If you don't tackle it, the list will only become bigger.
Or you will avoid it in such a way that when you come to discover, it's going to be hiding in a very stinky pile.
And then it's going to take more work, more effort, more energy than if you just decide to tackle one item at a time.
You know, that's deep.
It is. It really is. And it's towards the end of the year. So start tackling those areas in your life that you've kind of pushed to the side and you feel like, I'll get to it later. Or, I'll get to it in the new year. Why? Why wait if you can do it now? Time is now. We're never promised tomorrow. And
I think if you take things in small chunks, it seems more attainable. It seems more doable because you're not like, if I start cleaning little pieces of the house, I feel like at least the kitchen is done. At least now I can move on to
one less thing to do.
One thing less. And if I did this, now I can move on to the next space. And it's just like that with our finances. Is you start paying off, like they always say, start paying off your highest credit card. That's the one you start with first.
With the lowest.
You start with the lowest. That's the opposite. Yeah. You start with the lowest and then you eliminate that one and then you move on from there.
If you need to start praying more, if you want to connect more with your creator, and in my case is God, set time apart. Prioritize your prayer time.
And
if you don't schedule it in, if you don't have time, you're never going to have time for anything. You're not going to have time to speak to your family. You're not going to have time to have one-on-one with your husband or with your sister, with a friend. You're never going to have time. You have to make time.
I actually had no time to supposedly watch TV. And it was like, I need to watch TV. So I've scheduled my TV time. And I've now learned that I'm going to be starting to watch a series. And I'm excited for that.
If you don't jot it down, it doesn't happen. So whatever you have just left undone, start tackling them one by one and make a list of those things that irk you the most, like the ones that give you agita.
And the ones that when you think about, they give you that overwhelmed feeling, like you don't know where to start. That's the one you truly need to sit down and unscramble.
Yeah.
Because that's the one that in the long run is going to snowball effect on you, and it's going to come back with massive action. And then you're really going to have to wake up and take it.
And then you're going to be like, oh, wow, I lost control so much.
And that happens. Like, think about people who are hoarders. Think about people who get into a lot of debt.
Or start shopping galore. And this season, guys, I posted a quote last night, and I truly believe it. Don't shop just to shop. Don't take Christ away from Christmas.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to give. You want to give you want to give love. You want to give attention. You want to give of yourself. You want to
show people that you care.
Yes, gifts are important.
Don't dig yourself into a cave. But it's not all the
materialistic things. So don't become overwhelmed. If you cannot give love. Give your time. Go serve somewhere. Go serve food. Go to church. Go visit a family member that might need you. The hospitals are filled with people that need love,
attention, so someone to call, someone to speak to. That's how we
life is so much more than what we make of it, right? So I know that we can go on and on just chatting, but we just wanted to, share with you our car confessions.
So I want to know though, what are you going to tackle first before 2017 is over?
Excited to know.
What's that thought that came to your mind as we were speaking that you need to tackle? You've been avoiding it because by this time of the year it's like, well, but why start now, right?
It's too late.
But this is actually the best time to start. because I believe you enter a new year with an action plan, with a point, with a focus that is going to move you forward.
It's no longer a dream because if you're wishy-washy, it doesn't become reality. So step into action.
And that's it. We got to go pick up Adeline.
Love
you.
Why
Mira,
talking
you
at the
are
same
like
time?
repeating me.
Share this if
Bye.
you found this helpful. Bye, guys.